Hello and welcome to More Yoga Fitness. My name is Kathy and today we're doing another yoga wheel practice. This practice will be outdoors in the beautiful sunshine. You'll need your yoga wheel and a yoga mat. If you like this video, please press like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you at the end of the video. We're going to start today on our knees with the yoga wheel in front of us, pressing your palms together and allowing yourself to roll forward as you draw your forehead and your armpits toward the mat. Coming into a hero's pose, folded. You'll really feel the stretch in through your shoulders with this pose. Inhale as you rise up, exhale as you fold. Breathe in as you rise up, exhale, fold. Use the yoga wheel to assist you in getting deeper with each repetition. Go ahead and release your right hand behind your back. Press the palm of your left hand into the yoga wheel. Bring your right hand onto the wheel and bring your left hand behind your lower back. Bring your left hand back on the wheel and rise up to a tall spine. Taking your yoga wheel and placing it underneath your hands. We're going to come onto the knees and then tuck the toes and come into plank using your yoga wheel. Notice my shoulders, elbows, and wrists are stacked. There's a straight line from my shoulder all the way down to my ankle. We're going to draw the knees down toward the mat and straighten the legs. Beast squat, plank. Beast, plank. A few more rounds, alternating between those two poses. In beast, you want your shin level with the mat. And walk your feet up toward your yoga wheel. We're going to fold forward in a modified ragdoll here using the yoga wheel. I just have my hands placed gently on top of the wheel with my elbows out wide, crown of the head toward the floor. Legs are as long as I can make them, tailbone lifting toward the sky. Head and come up to a flat back. Placing your left hand on the yoga wheel and rolling it out away from you so your arm is long. Reach the right hand up at a diagonal and try gazing up at it. Keep your legs straight, tailbone lifted. Release the right hand to the wheel and we'll switch sides here. Notice how my wheel is rolled far enough away that I can create a straight line from my wrist all the way to my hip on the right. Place your hand back on the yoga wheel and come into a modified down dog here using the wheel. Go ahead and roll it in towards your feet and we'll stand up nice and tall. Moving on to our next yoga wheel series of poses. We're going to step forward with the right leg. Place the wheel underneath your right hamstring. I have my left knee on the floor. I'm going to actually shift back and extend my right leg long, tucking the yoga wheel under my knee pit. Breathe in as you reach up and exhale as you fold forward. Draw your chest to your thigh. My hip is slightly forward of my knee on the left leg. As you breathe, draw your chest even closer toward your thigh. Slowly rise up. I'm going to reach back for my ankle and take a reverse camel here. Trying to keep my right leg as straight as possible, using the yoga wheel to strengthen and lengthen that right leg. Return back to center. And now we'll shift our left sit bones back toward the left heel. Extending the right leg long. Now my yoga wheel is supporting underneath my ankle. Leg is long, forward fold. Slowly rise up and we'll switch sides. Placing the yoga wheel under the knee pit of the left leg. We're going to start with it actually under the hamstring with the right knee gently on the mat. Notice my right hip is forward of my right knee. Getting a little hip flexor stretch, and now I'm going to readjust my left leg so the yoga wheel is supporting under my left knee pit, trying to extend that left leg long. Breathe in as you lift your rib cage. Exhale, fold into your lap. Slowly rise up to a straight spine. I'm going to go ahead and reach back for my ankle and take a reverse here in a camel, half camel. Bring yourself back to center and we'll readjust, taking that right sit bone back to the right heel in a half hero's pose. Left leg is long, wheel supports underneath the ankle. Exhale as you forward fold. Slowly rise up, and we'll bring ourselves onto our knees. Bring your yoga wheel off to the side. We're going to extend the opposite leg out and bring the yoga wheel around our wrist. Laterally bend. Just the gentle weight of the yoga wheel will give you that extra intensity that you desire. Inhale, come back to center. Take the yoga wheel and place it underneath that long leg, right under the calf. Keep your toe pointed. And then fold into that long leg. I'm bringing my ear to my bicep. On your in-breath, rise back up. And place the yoga wheel on the other side. We'll do those poses on the other side. Extend the opposite leg. Wrap the yoga wheel around your wrist. And then laterally bend. Inhale, release. We're going to place the yoga wheel on the other side, propping our leg up and placing the yoga wheel under the calf. Go ahead and bend laterally. Inhale, come back to center. Taking our yoga wheel and placing it right in between the legs. We're going to come into hero's pose and then recline back, arching the back around the wheel. Drawing the crown of the head down toward the mat, opening up the neck and lifting the chest and heart. Coming into what's called saddle pose, or full saddle in yin. Raising the right arm, reaching it overhead, and placing it back down. Left arm, rainbows overhead, and back to the hip. Right, and back. Left, and back. Right, back, left, back, right, and down, left, and down. Tucking that yoga wheel really tight just above the glutes. Giving my back that love it needs. Arms open up into a T, palms up. Really give your chest a great opening. Release. Slowly rise up off of your yoga wheel. And we'll move on to our next yoga wheel poses. Place your wheel alongside your leg. We're going to roll out away, drawing ear down to the shoulder, lateral bend, and back to tall spine. Roll out, bend and reach, tall spine. 2 more, roll out, bend, and tall. Last time, roll out, bend, stand tall. We're going to take the leg closest to the wheel and turn it out to the side, externally rotating the hip, propping the wheel underneath the knee pit. I'm opening up my inner thigh and groin, almost like a frog pose here. Notice my knee is outside of my hip. It's not stacked, it's outside to allow that inner thigh to draw down toward the mat. You can intensify the pose by extending that back leg toward the bottom of your mat and also lifting up the leg from the earth on the yoga wheel. Extend your arms front to back, spark your fingers, and gaze at your back thumb knuckle. Release. Go ahead and take your yoga wheel out from underneath. And we'll place the wheel on the other side. Rolling the wheel away, lateral bend, come back to a straight spine. Roll it away, bend, straight spine. The hand on the wheel stays long, roll away, bend, tall spine. Last time, roll it away, bend, and up. Taking the leg closest to the wheel, we're going to externally rotate the hip, prop the wheel underneath the knee pit, widen your stance so your inner thigh is going toward the mat. Propping that wheel underneath the knee pit, really important. You can lift the leg up off the floor, the foot up off the floor. That is being supported by the wheel. Go ahead and open the arms up, wrist in line with wrist. Gaze to your back thumb knuckle. And release. Take the wheel out from underneath your knee pit. And we're going to place the wheel once again underneath our wrists. Go ahead and press into the wheel as you come into downward facing dog. Take the wheel and rise up into mountain. Do a slight back bend to decompress the spine. Place the wheel down on the mat. Roll it away. Downward facing dog. Actively pressing the palms into the wheel, lowering the shoulders and armpits toward the mat. Inhale, lifting the wheel up. Slight back bend. Exhale, wheel to the earth and roll it away. Roll the wheel in toward your feet. Inhale, lift the wheel overhead. Exhale, draw the wheel down and roll it away. Downward facing dog. Coming forward into that high plank once again, stacking wrist, elbow, and shoulder. Lift the right leg and hold. Bring the right foot down. Lift the left leg and hold. And the left leg comes down. Go ahead and walk your feet up toward your wheel. Inhale, reach up, mountain with your wheel. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, lift up halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale, mountain, wheel overhead. Wheel at the hips. Breathe in, mountain. Exhale, fold. Breathe in, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain. Wheel at the hips. Breathe in, overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Forward fold. Wheel overhead and at the hips. Step back with your left leg, right leg bends at 90. We're in crescent with our wheel overhead and a slight back bend. Placing the wheel on the earth. We're going to use our forearm to press into the wheel, the left forearm. Right arm reaches toward the sky. Bringing your hand behind your lower back for a half bind. Take your gaze back. Inhale, arm reaches up, and we will bring both hands to the inside of that right leg. Removing the yoga wheel for a moment here and coming down into a low stance, lizard pose. Go ahead and press back, downward facing dog. Walk your feet up toward the top of the mat, grab your yoga wheel, and we'll take those poses on the other side. Yoga wheel overhead. And this time we're going to step back with the right. Left leg is forward, bent at 90 degrees, slight back bend. Really pressing firmly into the mat with your right ball of foot. Exhale, yoga wheel to the earth. Placing the right forearm on your yoga wheel. Inhale as the left arm reaches up. Take a half bind behind your lower back. Take your gaze to the back of your mat. Breathe in, reach your arm up, and then we'll bring ourselves into that low stance lizard pose. Just set your wheel aside for now. Press back, downward facing dog. Go ahead and come down onto your knees and then onto your seat. Place long legs with toes flexed, wheel in between the legs and roll it out away from you. Forward folding here. Keep the toes flexed up. Keep the arms long and your armpits toward the floor. Palms are pressing into the wheel, and as you breathe, roll that wheel further and further away. Roll the wheel back in, and we're going to take pigeon. Right leg comes into pigeon, left leg stays straight, and the wheel is supporting the pigeon leg. So prop that pigeon leg right up on top of the wheel, and then forward fold into that pigeon leg. This is an excellent hip stretch. You'll notice a big difference using your wheel. Go ahead and rise up, release your leg from the wheel, and we'll set up for that same pose using the left leg. I'm just getting my leg adjusted here. I'm trying to keep my shin level with the earth. And go ahead and forward fold. I'm wrapping my hands around the wheel to really give myself that rounding of the spine and the best possible hip stretch here. Pulling the wheel in snug toward my torso. And just a little bit different view so you can see how I'm set up here. Slowly rise up. As you inhale, draw the wheel overhead. On your exhale, draw that wheel as far as you can, either on top of your toes or beyond your toes. And then place the soles of your feet, if you can, on the wheel, just to assist with a little bit more of a fold here. Inhale overhead. And we'll bring that wheel right behind our back. Go ahead and roll up on the wheel into a bridge-like position. Draw your neck open and the crown of your head back toward the mat. When you've got your torso positioned and the wheels supporting your back, extend your legs long. So we're in a fish pose utilizing our wheel. An excellent way of stretching and strengthening your back, opening up your neck, giving you some thyroid therapy, and also giving your legs a nice stretch too. Let's roll ourselves off the wheel. I'm shimmying myself just a little bit more forward. I'm going to roll myself back again, but this time I'm going to draw my shoulders down to the mat. The wheel is supporting me now under my tailbone. Begin splits pulsing 3 and bringing your legs together. Switch 3, 2, 1, together. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to crisscross and bring my legs wide. Right, left, wide. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your legs together. We're going to drop the legs down slowly. And each time we're going to bring them just a little closer to the mat. Breathe in as you lift the legs back up. Exhale, drop the heels toward the mat. Both legs stay locked in together, tight, move as one unit. Inhale, draw those toes up right above the hips. Exhale, slowly lower. Getting a little closer to the mat. Inhale, rising all the way up. Last time, dropping slowly down. See if I can hit the mat. And up. Nice. Crisscross wide, left in the front first. Left, right, wide. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your legs out nice and wide. We're coming into dragonfly supported by our wheel. My feet are flexed, and I'm going to close my eyes and just bring my arms out wide. Allow gravity to do most of the work here. Draw your heels together. And now I'm coming into plow pose, drawing my toes right above the crown of my head. I'm holding onto my wheel and tucking it into my back tight to help support me. I absolutely love taking plow with the wheel supporting. It just feels more secure. Slowly bring the legs up, and we'll bring our feet down onto the mat. Bringing the soles of the feet together, I'm shimmying myself just a bit. Draw the knees out, and I'm in a supported Baddha Konasana here. I'm allowing my chin to remain tucked into my chest, keeping my gaze straight up. Let's remove the yoga wheel from underneath us. Taking the yoga wheel, we're going to place it on our bellies, actually more like pelvis area, coming down onto the forearms and lifting the legs up, really engaging the glutes, every muscle in both legs and the low back. Elbows stacked below the shoulders. Toes are pointed. We're going to tap the right toe, then the left, right, then left, almost like a swimmer, but very slow. Hold here. I'm going to walk my hands back and press the pads of my fingers into the earth. Arms are bent at 90 degrees and my chest is level with the earth, gazing down. It's just a really good total body strengthener. And release to the mat. Go ahead and sink the sitting bones back toward the heels. We're coming into child's pose. Knees are out wide. So very similar to the first pose we took in our practice, except our first pose was in heroes. Knees were together. Now our knees are out wide. Allow the crown of the head to drop closer to the mat with each breath. Lengthening out those arms and stretching those shoulders. Slowly rise up, and we'll stay in hero's pose and take one final breath together, starting with our hands at our heart. Take a breath in, draw your thumb knuckles to your third eye. Exhale, bow forward. Namaste. The divine light in me honors and respects the divine light in each of you.